couple of weeks ago, I was fortunate enough to travel down into deepest Dorset and grab a cab ride on the Swanage Railway. Even though the weather was very dry, they were still running steam, though one of the engines did actually catch the side of the track on fire. But that drama was for later in the story. The Swanage Railway was built in 1885, closed almost 100 years later in 1972, and demolished by British Railways in just 7 weeks. It then took volunteers from the Swanage Railway Trust 30 years to rebuild it. Edison, a West Country Pacific, backs onto the train for another 12-mile round trip to Norden. Nestling on the south coast, between Bournemouth and Weymouth, the Swanage Railway runs 9 miles, but the Railway Trust has not yet completed its plans to reconnect it to the main line at Wareham. The fireman gets coal into the corners, while the tender is filled with water. One of the crew gets an unintentional shower, pulling the bag back into its place. Then we're ready for the off, with Andy on the regulator and Paul on the shovel. There's a deliberate mistake with these sequences, which will be revealed later. I love that wonderful syncopated exhaust beat of the Bulleid Pacifics, so typical of these 3-cylinder engines. Paul is a hospital porter when he's not firing. The gauge on the right is the steam chest pressure, basically the steam going to the cylinders, and the one on the left is the vacuum brake, and that's the speedo. It's a hot day, and plenty of water is drunk on the footplate. We start away from our first stop at Harmon's Cross. That gauge is the boiler pressure. At Corfe Castle, Andy explains the vagaries of the Bulleid steam reverser.
Steam driven reverser. Oh yeah, it's whether it too forward, too quick, something too far. So
Can you imagine going all the way to Exeter on a day like today? Hey?
I guess you're going along a bit faster, it'd be a bit cooler with the air though, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe. So what do you do normally? Is this your full time?
The kitchen.
You do? So how long are you going to do it this time? How many weeks are you doing on the engine?
Oh, I was on Tuesday, I'm on today, so I live in Swanage, so I do two or three turns a month.
Oh, very nice.
So, yeah.
Never get bored?
Sometimes you do, sometimes you have a really good day and you love it, other days you might come down and you're like, is it time to go home yet? Is Barry being the truck there, is he? No, he's got to get steady, hasn't he? He'll set back to that. There you're right. Right away. You used to swap engines, weren't you, at one time? Yeah. Remember doing that.
At Norden we run round the train for a return to Swanage. How long did it take you to become a driver?
I was doing on the railway for 18 years.
Doing what? Cleaning and...
Starting from the bottom. So I done supporting and I was a guard for a little while. And then a footplate, got on with a footplate crew one day and that was it, no turning back. Like, I need to be doing that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You went through the whole cleaning thing though?
Yeah. So I've probably been a driver now for about 8 years, I think.
What's going to happen with the extension into Wareham? Are you guys going to get certified for main line?
That is the plan, yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, there's people already been trained. I think the biggest stumbling block is the cost, basically, the cost of the insurance.
Yeah.
That's all that's holding us back. All right. Okay, we've done a bit.
Andy struggles again to get the reverser in the right direction. There's the ruins of the castle, built 1,000 years ago by William the Conqueror and demolished by Oliver Cromwell in 1646. Back at Harman's Cross, the other train is waiting for us, and we learn that either we or the other engine has started a fire on the line side.
John, can you over the other side, please? I'll try and move the other side. I'm going to put the other door on. Get the pipe on.
Barry gets the pet pipe spitting with boiler water to put the fire out. Luckily, it's not spread to the bushes.
Go around and do some stamping on it.
Andy grabs the fireman's shovel and starts to pat it down.
Careful of the water, it's hot. This is a boiler water, be careful. Tell him. It's very hot water, this, be careful.
Some more of the train crew come along to help.
Fill it up again.
Alright, yeah.
Barrel it with a bit of trout.
Paul gets his shovel back and builds up the pressure with more coal. The fire's out, but someone's phoned for the fire brigade, who are part-timers and have to leave their jobs to get to this call-out. They won't be happy.
Get out of here before it stops going again. I'm never going to get home. I'm never going to get home. Yeah, you can go. It's all right now.
Other problems have occurred on the track with the heat.
Where's that bloody Ken? I have a word with him. Hey?
Broken chairs and the signal track circuit at Swanage has failed. 1 hour and 10 minutes and we're back in the station at Swanage. I'll now explain the deliberate mistake. For my journey, I've shown two very different looking Bulleid Pacifics. At the start, a rebuilt version Edison, and then on the footplate rides, this one a streamlined version in original condition called 257 Squadron. Another engine they run at Swanage is an ancient London South Western T9 class called a Greyhound, built in 1899. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. See you here next time.